How to self-heal, 6 ways you can do it. First, I want to make you remember when you're looking to self-heal, you have to do some effort. It's like there are people to help you. Um, it can be anybody, it can be professionals, it can be people you know. Um, you have to be open to that and also be open to other things. Okay, because a lot of the times we are kind of tied up in our own ways in mind and we may not be able to see other things. So be open, that's very important. Being open is very important. And look within, and because that starts the process of healing much faster. And also, you may be having some beliefs, and they may be also another reason. And your ways of seeing at things, your beliefs, may not be the way how the world operates or what is outside. And that could be another reason. Maybe it's a little bit challenge, but you can heal if you put some effort into it, and the other people to help you, and you follow advice. You can heal it. So here's how to self-heal. Let me give you the main core message of how you're going to be healing yourself. Like in my journey, I also had to go through some healing. Pretty much anything that lets your thoughts, your words, your self-story out of you, anything that's going on, you let it out. Um, that will actually help you. Anything, anyway. There are many ways to do it. You can do one or three or five or 10 ways. There are many ways to emote yourself out, your words, your story, your events that happened in the past, or how you feel about things, or how you feel about life, all these things. If you let them out, that makes you feel a little better. So the number one, so I'm gonna be giving you now how to heal. So the number one is emoting out with your friend. If you have a close friend or somebody who you trust, or a professional or somebody else who you can talk to, that's the easier way. And because it's natural way how we all communicate to somebody else. And if something is bothering you, you talk to them, it goes away. The pain goes away. Okay. So I want to go number two. Number two is emoting by writing. So it's pretty straightforward, simple, but you probably won't be able to do it if you're driving or doing something. But emoting by writing is pretty much like taking a notepad and write out all the things that's going on in your head. By doing that, you're letting him out of your system so that they're probably in a loop, but by writing them out line by line, whatever is bothering you, whatever is happening in your mind, whatever is the past story, past event, um, it is gonna remove some of the pressure on your head, some of the load on your head. I want to give you one, two things to help you. If you do writing a notepad and a notebook, ask these two questions. What's bothering me right now? What is bothering you right now? It can be something different from a period of time. So if you just ask this question, what's bothering me, for yourself, it can kind of bring up something else. Is it just this one thing or is it more? So all those things can come up. And also you can use another question I'll give you. That is, what else? When you ask what else, your mind can kind of look at what else for you, and you can emote it out by writing. And you can trash it if you don't want to. When you're done with it after a while, you can just trash them out, or maybe you can look at like all this stuff that's out of your system and how different you feel, like you don't even connect to it. So, but it's up to you. But that's number two. You are probably emoting out by writing. And number three is you can talk to your wall in your home or wherever you are. If you can, if you are private somewhere, you can talk to your wall. So that way you are letting them out. You can talk to them, you can talk, it's 5 lines, 10 lines, or whatever those things that are happening. Just talk to a wall, and that way they're out of your system. And number 4 is screaming out. That's right. If you scream out, even if it's no words, like you just yell out all your anger, frustration, you're yelling out, you're strongly letting it out. It could be just where you are or in a wall, to a wall in your home. By screaming out loud, you are taking that energy out of your system. You're letting it out. And also get some water if you do scream for like few minutes. Sometimes um, it can really help, because when you scream really for a while, if you scream for a minute or two, it takes you out, and you may want to get some water just to replenish yourself. Number 5 is traveling to a new place. So if you're in a big town or a small town, maybe if you can take a week or a couple of days off, you can even go for one day, just one day out to a different town nearby, and plan something that's different environment. The main goal is you're going to a new place. You're not in the same place where you are always just going to work or home. If those are the environments that are kind of bothering you, so take yourself out of the system and go to a nearby town, somewhere else, for a whole day or even 2 days if you can at least. That gives you a different change of environment, and it can help. And 6, the final one I want to give you is cut out the negative information sources. You see, there's a lot of information out there that we're consuming, or it's always there that we are part of. Like it can be news, it can be Facebook, it can be some people around you who are a negative influence or always talking not so good. So just cut them out. You may not be able to do permanently, but at least for a time period or for time being, try to minimize them. And by minimizing that, the stuff that goes into you, that's what you see, what you hear, what you consume as information, uh, can be completely reduced, and that way you are not really being bothered more. So pretty much the main is cut out the negative information sources, whatever you're consuming, or it can be news or Facebook, or even some people, temporarily and permanently. That can definitely help. I hope this is helpful. Talk to you.